Welcome to another episode of My Backyard. As you hear people, peanut gallery in the background. We are at Pleasant Harbor, Washington. We got a boatload and we are headed out to the Dungeness to check some pots we put in yesterday. You want to pan around here?
Sound off.
Eric,
Tony,
Destiny,
Dustin.
Bennett.
and I'm the camera guy.
Yeah, so once again we find ourselves at Pleasant Harbor and it's
Okay, so
not disappointing. It's pretty pleasant this morning. Saturday about 10 o'clock, 10:40 actually. We had a nice lazy start to camp out at Dosey Wallops this morning, so let's go check these crab pots out. We're rolling up on the pots here and we got 4 of them. We got Tony working the gear, so we'll see what we can get. Looks like all of our pots are here,
Right here.
where we left them, which is always a good
The
thing.
other side right there. is
Like
how
nobody
we
messed with them, so we got a quality soak overnight.
Body of it.
Yeah.
sorry.
First Labor Day weekend pot about to come over the side. Should be about there. And what do we got?
2, maybe 1 kilo, maybe.
Ooh, that's a female.
Yes.
Both females.
Both of those are going back, so we're gonna
You
knock,
don't want to splash that in the same spot if
No.
you're picking up females.
and we're gonna put another quarter of chicken in there. Yes. We're gonna try deeper water this time. All right, Tony.
Throw it. Oh,
Okay, coming up on number 2. 2 is on the slope. We'll see how it did.
just let him just.
This is pretty cool, and I'm gonna go fish the crabs.
Brian will tell you when it's close, and then
You're 40 feet.
you'll start to see the leader cord come up. And it gets.
Do we have crab this time?
Yep. 4, 5.
Okay, we got at least 1 keeper, I think. You're not keeping rocks, I assume.
No.
I don't know where that went.
It's right there on the.
No.
Keeper.
Okay. You
Is
want
that a
another?
rock?
Yeah. No, that's a Dungeness.
Dungeness.
That has 1 blue line on it, so that's good for 100
Yes.
feet. I got 100 foot of line, so if I leave myself a third, it can handle tide swing.
Dora made it, huh?
Perfect.
All right, let's go to number 3, which is right here in front of us. See, I got those little yellow bottles with 1, 2, 3, 4. It's more for shrimp, because in shrimping, you have hundreds of pots in a small area, and when you drop your pot, because we fish 200-ish feet, the tide swing will move that float, right?
Right.
60 feet or more, and I mean past 2 or 3 other pots in some cases, or their floats anyway. So
Together.
sometimes I can't tell because we're so close together which one's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I throw these with them. You don't need them for crabbing, but they're good in that they're an extra color, so it helps you identify your pot. So number 3 coming up.
Yep.
Got this one?
Yeah.
All right.
What do we got?
Possibly a keeper.
Yeah.
Bunch of rocks that are gonna have to go back. Legal.
Smile with the crab.
Same size as the other one. Did you see that?
Smile with the crab.
Yeah.
Male. Male with a narrow abdomen plate.
Yep.
6 1/4 minimum size, just inside these outer horns. As long as the gauge doesn't go through, so it's like 6. This is probably 6 3/8.
That's important. Well, they're agile too, you know, they just.
Say when.
Do it.
The captain strategically places this next to the pot so that we can pull it.
Ten, 5, it's there. You need a hand?
Oh, goodness.
You need a hand?
There we go.
There we go.
Lots of crab. Only a couple big ones, but the largest one is nice.
That is not a keeper, but a good half-inch. This is a keeper, and it is a male. That's a nice one. Female. Let's see if we get a comparison here. Throwing this one back, but here's a male.
Grayson, want to see a male and
Male and a female.
See how wide that is?
Female, male. So these crabs will molt, and so these things will crawl out of their shell. And when these are getting ready to, which is like July, August, it'll pair up with a male, and he'll hold on to her. They call it in the clutch. And then when she climbs out of her shell, when she's soft, they mate
That's gross.
and make little baby crabs.
That's gross.
Not quite as good as I wanted to. 3 with a good overnight soak.
Here's him grabbing.
We're gonna leave a lot of them where they were. Even though we didn't get a lot of keepers, we got a lot of smaller crab and rock crab. So there's crab here. So we'll just keep working it all weekend. We got chicken and our stinky bait from Sunrise Meats. So go ahead and send that one over.
Last spot has been splashed.
I want to warn you that in the next scenes, we are going to be dispatching the crab we just caught. Viewer discretion is advised. Time to dispatch the crab, and by dispatch, I mean kill and prepare them for cooking.
So,
So,
are you going to rip off his legs?
oh
right
yeah,
here?
so we want to be humane. So these
dead
fire pits at state parks are great, some of the state parks, because they give you this little lip right here. So if you get all the legs together and you go in one motion, there it is. It's pretty much instant for them.
That's just gross.
Isn't it?
Ew.
Rip
I
the
can't
lungs
believe
off,
You did that with him
gills,
alive.
I guess. But it's instant for
With
them,
him
right?
alive. That's just cruel. The shell's down there.
It's cruel.
You should have just killed him and then killed him.
How do you kill them first?
Boil them.
No,
and then
because
cook
boiling
them.
is not instantly killing them. This is actually
you
more
wanna eat?
humane,
I don't
right?
Yes.
I can't.
Put it on and give force like Yoda would to Luke or Leia or Anakin or whoever, right?
Yeah.
So Tony, help me out. Who's some other?
He's moving still. He's alive
Luke
still.
Skywalker?
Yeah, Luke. Let's get this guy.
His guts are in there.
Put all this in the bucket.
How are they moving?
So we just threw the crab in the pot.
Why are
And
they
now
moving?
once it gets going, boiling again, we're gonna start a 12-minute timer. That's how I like to do it. Some people go more, some less. I find as long as it's in the boiling water, which it was boiling when we threw them in. You wanna hand me the tongs off the table there, honey? I'll get everything submerged. And once that water starts boiling again, thank you, we will, and you see the lemons in there. We'll start that timer and we'll give them a good 12 minutes. They'll be done, they'll be tasty, and then we'll cool them off with the hose, ice them down, and we'll crack them and eat them.
I can see you in
Good
the
work, Brad.
I can see you in the deal. 3, 2, 1. Crab is done.
I got some cut up and crushed lemon, some zatarains. Now we're gonna pull these babies out, ice them down, and start cracking. So now that our crab's cooked and we've cooled it off, we're gonna walk through the process we use to eat it. And it's not as simple as a lot of people might think. So what we do is we take a leg, and if you bend against the joint, you can get them to break. and separate against the joint, and you'll see connective tendon comes out from between the two pieces. So this is your best piece, the biggest. Go nice and soft. You don't want to smush it. Try to get an intact piece of meat, or mostly.
Suck that right out of the shell.
Could do that. Use the claw. There we go. Okay. Now, for these smaller pieces, in particular this knuckle, use the claw to go in that piece, and you never even have to crack it. All right, and Dungeness is soft enough that when you do have to crack it, you can use your teeth or whatever. It gives pretty easy. And with this one, the thin piece, I just bite down with a molar, peel it open, and there you have it.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next adventure.